Hello, my loves. I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much for being here, where we are talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And this video is about why the narcissist hurts you and then acts like nothing has happened. Make no mistake, they know they hurt you. They know what's right and wrong behavior, right? They wouldn't have been able to love bomb you otherwise. And look, what this does is it starts the trauma bonding. It also creates cognitive dissonance, which is confusion. We can't put the two, the projected image of who they pretended to be together with the person who's now being abusive. And look, abuse is never just abuse. If it was, no one would stay. It's that we get trauma bonded, enmeshed with them, biologically addicted, right? Because of how much this messes up our psyche and our energy field and our biology, our chemical reaction to our abusers, right? If abuse was just abuse, it wouldn't work. It goes on a cycle. So the reason they act like nothing has happened is to start the trauma bond, to create this confusion, rumination, cognitive dissonance in us, yeah? And it's to groom you. It's to groom you to normalize abuse. It's to groom you and start, making this absolutely horrific, irrational behavior now part of your reality. So you get desensitized to it. Abuse gets normalized, right? I can remember with my ex, the first time I was barely getting to know him, and I basically drew one tiny boundary because he was rummaging through my handbag, my purse, and I just didn't think that was appropriate. And the way he just turned on me, ignored me, it was just so awful. And I felt awful. I felt like I'd done something wrong. And this is what they plant in our brains, that the problem is us, when it's got nothing to do with you, everything to do with them, right? They will literally dismiss and invalidate you to the nth degree. This is part of the devaluing stage. I mean, my brother used to steal from me and do awful things. And then when I brought it up, he'd say, well, that was in the past. I mean, my brother is like the king demon, just so evil. He's tried to get me to commit suicide. He has set me up so many times in such disgusting ways. And still, I was living in this fantasy that somehow he would change his ways, and actually it's just disgusting, the way that he has treated me, just unbelievable. But this is what they do, and they don't have sustainable relationships. He got a girl pregnant and then denied it was him after I had dinner with them, and he was talking about getting her pregnant. That's how he drove this woman she was so vulnerable at the time, just completely nuts, right? Because that's what they do. So they will hurt you to the nth degree. They will sit there and go along with something and then pretend like nothing has happened. They are the biggest gaslighters. That's gaslighting, is the confusion, is the lying, is purposely causing you emotional turmoil, right? So they do this because it trauma bonds you. It hurts you so much that in the psychic realm, you now have an enmeshment to them, and they're siphoning your energy every time you talk about it and think about it if you're still emotionally charged. So what we want to do is heal so we get neutral around these things, right? So we're not giving our energy to them. It's not enough just not to think about it, because this trauma lives in us, right? Please come into Sovereign if you can, because breaking trauma bonds, healing trauma, opens up your manifestations and changes your energetic match in the universe, so you can actually attract abundance and much better things. I don't want us just to heal. I want us to create and activate an abundant, fulfilling life, right? Which involves coming home to ourselves, understanding energetics and what I teach, so that you can actually create something that you didn't even think was possible, given what you've been through. I don't look like or seem like anything that I've been through because I know how to heal. It doesn't mean I will not go through challenges in my life. And I think that's something we've got to understand. There's nothing wrong with anyone that sometimes goes through hard things. That's part of our life. It's a universe of duality, right, of everything. But it's how we come through it that matters. I was teaching in the Sovereign program yesterday, because we had our coaching call, right, that, us always wanting to get to the other side of something actually often keeps us stuck, because it's not getting to the other side that matters. It's how you learn how to navigate it without waiting for your life to get better. You actually get to make your life better now, today, and I can teach you how in so many ways. Right, I've got courses on coming into your, like, setting up your own business, coming into your purpose, activating your genius, feminine leadership, money. You know, there is so much for us to do here, right? And that's why I want us healed, because there's so much we can actually create to have our best lives, right? I've got the Live Fully Now membership, which is only $55 a month. That's all about manifestation. I've got the other free YouTube channel at Manifest with Ellie Frost. I'm serious about this, guys. This isn't just about getting to the other side of narcissistic abuse. This is about us living our best lives, right? Doesn't mean, as I say, you're not going to go through tough times, but you're going to navigate things gracefully with much more ease. You're going to know how to process pain. You're going to know how to attract abundance and love and connection and purpose and things in your life that were not possible in this cycle. You know, the saddest thing is we think it's all we can get is someone like the narcissist. So many of my clients, and I've been there, think we have to put up with this crap. We think that, we'll just be alone and isolated because we haven't got tools yet to form healthy connections and come home to ourselves and know how to rebuild. This is what I'm so good at teaching people, and why I'm so keen to do it. Now, the other thing about healing is it takes as long as it takes, but being on the journey of it, it's progress, not perfection. That was the last theme I did in the live coaching call in Sovereign, because don't keep judging ourselves. Don't keep beating yourself up. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're on this journey matters. It matters so much, right? And if you stay on it and go deeper with me on it, honestly, your life can change in such miraculous ways, right? So what we want is a life that's barely recognizable in the best possible way to what we've been through. The narcissist will hurt you, right? And act as if nothing has happened, because they teach you that subconsciously you don't matter, you don't exist authentically, and it's all part of this cycle, right? Zero tolerance to it now in our lives as we step into, and again, I teach this in my program, boundaries, values, standards. I teach you tools for life, right? We want to create our best lives now. We want to live fully now. We want to come home in ways that we may never have been, actually, right? This is our time, right? Because the only time we've got is now. So there's no point, what am I saying? I'm saying what I want is for us not to, there's no need for us to suffer through this any longer, right? And the more we're prepared to work on ourselves, and it's not work, it's actually lovely, it's refreshing, but the more we're prepared to put the right work in, because the thing is, talking about this forever, being in therapy for years, that ain't working. If it was, you'd have been healed by now. You'd have been creating your best life, right? Integrating healing, spiritual healing, and personal development in what I do is transformational, and that's what we want. Lots of love, guys. Please keep liking, subscribing, and sharing. I'm so grateful you're here, and I'll speak to you soon.